Namaste, I am Bhagyavati HR. I teach Sociology in Government First Grade College, Honvan. Today I am going to walk you through an interesting topic. Before we jump into our topic, let me ask you a question. Is there anything on this earth that doesn't change? No, there is nothing on this earth that keeps constant. Change is only permanent because change is law of nature. So the topic that we are going to discuss today is the recent changes in marriage or the recent trends that are taking place in marriage. Before we go into the topic, let us see what is the meaning of marriage. There are several definitions for marriage, but they all end up giving a general meaning which goes like this. Marriage is a permanent bond between male and female who are socially recognized and accepted as husband and wife who intend to set up a family with or without children. So, marriage is a bondage between husband and wife with or without children. The relationship which goes more or less permanent. So, now we see what are the changes that are taking place in the institution of marriage. There are several changes that marriage is undergoing. The marriage what we are seeing today and what it was 50 years back or 1 century back, it is entirely different. It has gone along with the time and it has also undergone several changes as the time has passed. So let us see now what are the changes that marriage has undergone. There is a change in the form of marriage. There are several types of marriage like polygamy, polyandry, sororal marriage, fraternal marriages, group marriages like that. But now there is one most popular type of marriage, that is monogamy. That means one husband, one wife. There are several reasons for that, because even the law insists that a partner should have only one partner at a time. So there is a kind of popularity that is going towards the monogamy type of marriage. Then we can see that there is a change in the process of mate selection. That means to say that earlier the elders or the parents had a greater role in choosing a girl or a boy for the marriage. Now the parents have very minimal role to play in choosing the partners for the marriage. And sometimes it goes to the extent that parents would not be informed about the marriages. Because the children have become so decisive that they can take their own decisions. If we ask our elders, they tell that they would not have seen their partners until the marriage date or marriage day. But now we can see that the partners started selecting their own spouse or a partner for the marriage, and parents have very minimal role to play in the institution of marriage. And there is a change in the process of mate selection. That means to say, earlier parents and elderly people had a greater role in choosing a girl or a boy for the marriage, but now the parents have very minimal role to play in choosing the girl or a boy for the marriage. And now we can see that we always see in the movies, most of the time hero or a heroine comes and pops up at the door all of a sudden and tell that this is my partner, and the mother of hero or heroine going faint. Oh, this kind of dramatic things are also happening in movies, but it is true in real life also, because the younger generation are becoming more decisive and they can take their own decision. That is why the role of parents or elderly people in the family in the institution of marriage when it comes to mate selection has become very minimal, and most of the time they won't be informed also about the marriage. And going on to the next change that is happening in the marriage, there is a change in the age of the marriage. Now the law prescribes a particular age for girl and a boy who are eligible for a marriage. Now the age for girl is 18 years and the age for boy is 21 years. Now there is a proposal that the age of the girl should be also 21 years. It is just a proposal. We have to see whether it is going to be increased to 21 years or not. Earlier, the marriage used to be early marriages and child marriages, and we have seen our elder generation telling us that there used to be cradle marriages also, because there were infant marriages also when the infants were of some 2 days or 3 days, and they used to get married to the cradle itself. Now now it has been delayed. Marriage has been delayed, and even the child marriages and early marriages have been reducing day by day due to several reasons. Like there is awareness in the minds of people. There is a law which forbids child marriage and many other reasons. And moving on to the next change, there is a change in the agencies of marriage. Agencies means the people who negotiate for the marriage or who act as mediators for the marriage. In the olden days, there were the families which has a greater role to play in everything in the marriage, starting from choosing the girl or a boy for the marriage, performing the functions of marriage, and everything was done within the close knit of family members and relatives. But now the whole function, starting from searching for the boy or a girl for marriage, and everything has been handed over to other external agencies other than family. Now we can see that there are many matrimonial columns are coming in newspapers, some media, there are advertisement, there are matrimony companies who are working day and night searching, bride and groom for different communities and things like that. So the relatives or the family who were acting as agencies for marriage have been faded away nowadays. And switching on to the next change in the marriage, there is a change in the rituals of marriage. Rituals means the ceremonies or samskaras we call. There were several samskaras that were observed in olden days or previously. Now day by day it has been reducing. There were samskaras or rituals like Padagrahana, Saptapadi, Kanyadana, Muhurta, Mangalya Dharana, and many such ceremonies were taking place. But now it has been reduced to 2 or 3. We are only performing very important rituals like Kanyadana, Mangalya Dharana, and only two or three other rituals. There are several reasons for that. Now we don't have time. We don't have interest also, and there is economic reason also there, because if we can rarely see that marriages are happening at home. It is always done in the function hall or a marriage hall. So it is economic, because if you go today at 4 o'clock, tomorrow you have to vacate at 4 o'clock. So all ceremonies, packing up, everything should happen within 24 hours of time. So that is also one of the reasons. And seeing the other changes, there is a change in the time and duration of marriage. If we ask our elderly people, they tell like a story. It used to go for 7 days, and each day there was some ritual. This has a connection. The ritual, 7 days, there were 7 ceremonies or functions that used to take place on a particular day. And it is usually used to be 7 days marriage. But now, as I told earlier, it takes place only for 24 hours. And also the register marriages, what we call legal marriages, it may go for minutes or hours together. Only hours marriages we can see that, not even days. So even that kind of change is happening. The traditional marriage may go for 1 day or something like that, but a legal marriage or unconventional marriage may go for 1 hour or half an hour or so. So then coming to the next changes that are taking place, the faith in the marriage is gone. Now the marriage is no more a bondage that has been made by God. They say that marriages are made in heaven, and Patiye Paradaiva, that means husband is God. And also it is a Janma Janmada Anubandha they tell, and that means if you become partner for now, it will go for 7 Janmas like that. Those kind of faith or beliefs were there, but now it has become more materialistic. People tell that marriages now, it may sound joking, or it may sound very humorous, but we see that people telling that marriages are made in hell. So that kind of materialistic and humoristic conception has come into the mind of people now. So we don't treat that marriage as a very spiritual, devotional, or a kind of heavenly bondage between husband and wife now. It has become more materialistic, and they just tell that it is an inevitable partnership between a girl and a boy, something like that. So that traditional or spiritual kind of faith in marriage is gone now. And coming to the next change, we can see that there is there is a rampant increase in divorce. The stability of marriage has gone down, and we can see that people are the husband and wife or the spouses are getting divorced very easily for very minute and silly reasons, because the endurance, the stability, as I've told, that the faith in the marriage is all gone, and there are other several reasons for divorce also. When we compare India with other countries, it may be less, but if we compare India's condition today and what it was 50 years with regard to divorce, has changed drastically, and with very silly reasons, the people are going and approaching court for a divorce. So this is something which we have never seen or forethought of condition which is happening in Indian situation. And coming on to the next change, this is very untraditional, unseen or undreamt of a situation what India is encountering nowadays, that is gay marriage, homosexual marriages, and living together, and many other kind of changes that are taking place, which is very new and very shocking to Indian society, which is more traditional in nature. Though it is not socially and legally accepted yet in India, but there is an inclination that is happening in the youth towards this kind of unnatural relationship between male and female. As in the earlier, before my session, I just told about the meaning of marriage. Marriage is between a male and a female. It is a bondage between male and female, but that definition goes wrong now, because when we are adapting to new change and when we are heading towards so many progressive changes that are happening in Indian society, when we are opening to new ideas and new thoughts, these kind of developments are happening in India, where we are encountering an unseen situation which has resulted in gay marriage or homosexual marriages. There may be chances where these things can be get legalized also, because of constitutional right or privacy or life, personal liberty, and that kind of situation may come also, where this kind of unnatural relationship can also be legalized. And one more great change that is happening now is there is a greater inclination towards love marriages. Initially, the marriage used to be endogamous or endogamy marriages. Endogamy means marriage within the caste or within the subcaste. Now, marriage is not a sole criteria for choosing the partner. Now, it may be one of the factors or may not be a factor at all. Now, in choosing the partner, there are other several factors which are counted other than caste also. Like while choosing a partner, another person may see that he may be well settled in, he or she may be well settled in life, well educated, or there may be similar wavelength, and such other factors are influencing the marriage other than caste, and because of which the love marriages, intercaste marriages, interreligious marriages, inter-country marriages, intercontinental marriages are taking place in India, and caste is no bar nowadays. And there are many reasons for that also. The awareness, the education, the broadness of the mind, and people started thinking about with a broader vision. All this have resulted in a greater inclination towards love marriage. The change we can see is there is a change in the stability of marriage. Now, marriages are not stable because the changes what I've already mentioned, the faith is gone, and many other things have changed in the institution of marriage, which resulted in very feeble and weak bondage between husband and wife. There are several reasons for that, because there is a concept, there is propping up of, I told earlier, the marriage will not go for 7 janmas or things like that, because people have got some notion now that there is no need of a partner, and without a partner also they can lead their life happily. And there are several reasons. Now people are becoming very individualistic, they love their privacy, economic independence. All these factors have contributed for making the stability of marriage very weak, and that is how it has resulted in increase in the divorce rate. So these are the changes that we can see in the institution of marriage. Marriage and institution in India has undergone several changes. Some changes are gradual and some changes are very rampant and very sudden in nature. Those things which we have never thought of, that kind of changes are also happening in Indian marriage. And I want to quote here one more thing that has cropped in now, that is pre-wedding shoots. So this trend has come very recently. Initially, what used to happen, the male and a female or a husband and wife before marriage, they were not supposed to see each other or touch each other or stand together each other. That was the condition. Now it's what is happening. They spend lot of money on pre-wedding shoot, and with a close proximity, they take the pictures and they shoot videos and all. In a way, it may be good, but if anything goes wrong with the marriage, or if they get separated before the marriage, it becomes a social issue, legal issue, and there will be a lot of problems. So these kind of unseen situations that are entering into the institution of marriage. So these are all the main changes that are happening in the institution of marriage. There may be several reasons, so I have touched only main changes that are taking place in the institution of marriage. Till now we have understood what are the changes that marriage has undergone. Now we'll see what are the factors that have contributed for bringing in the change in the institution of marriage. There are several reasons which have contributed to bring the changes in marriage. There are economic factors. The economic factors have also greatly influenced bringing the changes in marriage. The system of production has changed. Now, the role of women has also changed. That means to say that women are now coming out of the domestic domain and participating in other economic activities which are making women economically independent, and started thinking that marriage is a material life. And as I discussed earlier, the faith of spirituality, devotional, all such conceptions have gone now, and there is a purchasing power for women also, bargaining power also, and the domestic hierarchy has been changed now, and women also has become a decision maker in economic things. And coming on to the social factors which have changed marriage, the joint family has been changed to nuclear family, and in nuclear family, the parents have very minimal role to play. It is always the domination of children, and there is a greater rise in the individualism and privacy, which has resulted in nuclear families also. There is a change in the values and norms, traditions, customs in the family, because in the joint family there used to be elders who used to guide us, teach us and social us about the customs, traditions, values in the family. Now we don't have time and place for all such things, and we are running very busy time, and we don't have patience and interest to know all that. That is also one of the reasons. And there is a greater role of women in the family, and now because of the economic independence, decision making power, and she is also the bread earner now, and there is a role conflict of women who has to do multiple work at the same time, which resulted in role conflict, which in turn results in increase in the divorce rate also. And there are psychological factors which influence the change in the marriage. Now people are becoming more realistic and practical, and there is greater scope for individuality and privacy. People are respecting and aspiring for more individualistic things and privacy, rather than being in the group or being in the family. So this kind of nature is also making people to go away from the marriage, and also resulting in the late marriages in India. Because if there are physical comforts or material comforts, people don't think they want to get married. because they really feel that there is a need for a partner to be accomplished, in the life. So these kind of psychological factors is also contributing for change in the marriage system. Other factors like technological factors, which has drastically changed the whole society, and the marriage in the society has also undergone because of technological factors, because there is a change in the employment patterns. As I told earlier, now women also have become the bread earner. We can really see that there are less homemakers, and women are aspiring to earn their own money, and the technology has also contributed for that. And there is a role of mass media also to give awareness, and it has contributed more in bringing in the changes. There are recreations and electronic gadgets also, which gives education and also make people aware of so many other things, which may also result in bringing in the change in the system of marriage. And there is another reason, like industrialization. Industrialization also has contributed for changing the life pattern, the society, the status of women, and also the system of marriage. The economic independence, the more and more opportunities due to industrialization and change in the production of things, and greater role of employment opportunity, which is given many avenues for women to work in industrial sector also, which made women more economically independent. And next, the another important factor is urbanization. There we can see that there is a greater migration from rural area to urban areas, and urban areas to mega cities in search of job or for higher education, and many such things. And there is also change in the mindset or change in the setup of mind. Due to modernization, we can see that our thought process, our lifestyle, our thinking, and everything has changed because of modernization. We are getting to know about many things due to gadgets, mass media, social media. All these are making us more and more modernized, which are making us to keep away from the olden system of institutions like marriage. And also these things, there was a situation where people used to feel that they are alone, and they are in need of some social relationships. Now that has changed. Now we feel so happy being alone, keeping ourselves busy with WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that. Now there is no need of partner, and we are so happy to be independent and being lonely. So these kind of mindset is also changing the mind for marriages. And another important factor is education. Education has brought in different changes in marriage. It created awareness, it delayed the marriages, and it has changed the faith of marriages. And people are becoming more aware. It has reduced the dowry, and women are becoming more aware that the partner is not inevitable in their life, and it is making women more strong and empowered, which makes a woman to think that she can live alone, economically independent, and she can stand on their own leg, and that faith that her life becomes complete only if she is married, or that concept of Ardhangini has been reduced now. So she thinks she is empowered herself, and she can lead her life alone without having a male partner in life. And there is a change in the gender roles. Now we can see that there were many proverbs which go like this: Udyogam Purusha Lakshanam, and women are meant to be at home or doing the domestic stuffs. Now that kind of roles have been changed. Now we can see that men are doing the work of a woman, which was stereotypic, and women also are doing the work which were done by men. So there is a greater shift of gender roles nowadays, and there is more and more employment opportunities, as I told earlier, due to industrialization, urbanization, and there are other sectors of job opportunities that are coming in. We can see that these factories or garments are providing huge avenues for women. Now women have become so capable that they can handle the family as well as the work life so easily, and this is making a woman to change her mindset that she doesn't need that means the marriage is not that much necessary for her. So that is also one of the reasons. The conception and the purpose of marriage is also changed now. So which has resulted in now the obligation has been changed in a marriage. Now earlier the duty of a husband used to take care. The duty of a male was to take care of his family. There is a change in the purpose and conception of marriage. As I told earlier, the role has been changed now. Earlier, the male member was bound to take care of the family economically, and the women was supposed to take care of the husband and family psychologically, domestically, and things like that. Now it is not like that. There is an equal share of work, responsibility of taking care of children, earning the money. All this have been shared equally between male and female. So which made that each person to think that they're capable of living without the partner. So these are the factors. There are many factors. I've touched up only few things. You can think of other changes which have contributed for bringing in the change in the system of marriage. So today we have covered the main points, that the main changes which marriage has undergone, and also the main reasons are the factors which contributed for bringing in the change in the system of marriage. Thank you very much, and thank you for your time, and thanks for listening to me for such a long time. Thanks again.